Hey Steve, thanks for stopping by to talk to us about Renegade Server Workshop and actually hopefully get some ideas about what a Renegade manager is.
You bet, Bobby. Glad to be here.
So Steve, this is your second workshop, and I know you were at the original, so I'm guessing you've been able to see servers that went before that have already been Renegade in your restaurant, but also now you've got some new ones going in.
Yeah, we've been doing it for, well, since the first one. I have 9 that have gone through, have another 18 that went through this one, and you can see it on the floor. You know who's gone through it and who is actually putting new techniques together and that type of thing.
So Steve, what are you seeing?
When you really get those Renegades out there, I have one gentleman by the name of Josh, who is just fantastic. He's built his business in our bar on Monday lunches to a place where everyone comes in just to see him, and they'll wait for lunch just to see Josh. You can just tell. They're like, we're here to see Josh. We want to talk to him. We know he's going to take great care of us. So it's easy to see it.
That's awesome. So we had Josh earlier, and then so we get it. He's bought in. Is he making more money?
Yeah, he's bought in.
So Steve, now that you have more servers going into being Renegade, potential new ones, what do you think the impact's going to be at your restaurant now?
I think that probably 80% of them are going to take it and do as much as they possibly can. I think it's going to fall a lot back on us of being able to fall back on our notes and have conversations with these guys just to help them get out of the mundane on waiting on tables. I think that's going to be our biggest challenge that we're going to run into. I'm excited to see what's happening in my restaurant today because half of these people are working lunch there today, and I would love to be there and see what they're actually doing and be able to say, what did you try differently? What did you do differently? Did you make different money? But I think that from a manager standpoint, we need to be the people that carry the torch 2 months down the road and help them continue to see it and help them continue to grow and think differently. Otherwise, it's just going to fade off.
So Steve, was there anything else from this workshop that now you're taking back that's going to help you manage the Renegade server from a management standpoint?
Well, I think the nice thing about it is I'm going to be able to go back and get my other notes that I took the first time and see which ones really resonated with me and I'm not doing, because I'll be able to really see that. I think the big one was when we were just talking about the tips and what that means of treating people differently and those type of things and talking to people and saying, what does it look like? Because I think that we as managers do the same thing. Are they greeting their tables? Are they taking care of them? But how are they treating them? Are they asking good open-ended questions? Do they know why they're here? Are they what's their regularity? How do they make them feel special? Those type of things. And are the hosts working with the food servers and helping those sellers versus just serve people? They're helping them sell. It's just going to be neat to see that transformation. I think the other great thing about it is all my managers have gone through it now. Before it was only 50%. And so now it's going to be neat to see what they got from it also. It's just like the question you just asked me, what'd you guys get? What are we going to be able to do? And then all of us get together and say, well, this is something that all of us said we can probably get better at. Let's move the canoe that way.
So Steve, is there anything else from today that's going to be a takeaway for you and that might help you going back with just to get some momentum with Renegade Server?
You know, I think from the team member standpoint, it's fantastic, and I like it that it's grassroots and it's theirs. They get to own it. I really enjoy that. I think that not having it on paper and something that we have to train is going to make it organic, as people are saying, and make it so it works real well. The manager part of it, the first time that we went through this was about hiring the right people and doing the right things, and that was priceless for me. It was fantastic to be thought of as we are a cat, like he was talking about a mousetrap. And if you put cheese on the mousetrap, you're just lucky if the mouse sees it. We need to be cats, and we need to go after the right people and see the right people and say, hey, do you have anybody like you at your place that would like another work somewhere? That was fantastic. And talking to the managers over that part of from, when was the last September, when we went through this, of just saying, guys, let's do it differently. let's go out and get the right people. Let's don't want to get the right people. Really has helped us out because we do have some newer people that have come in that we've teamed up with some of these renegades that are seeing it differently, doing a great job for us. So I think that two different things. With the employees, they're doing great, but the managers also, they need to be renegades. They have to go out there and look for ways to make people feel special and just go, wow, that was an unbelievable experience.
Hey Steve, thanks a lot for being here today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It's been a pleasure.
Rebecca, thanks for coming. I'm so excited to see you.
Absolutely, Bobby. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Rebecca, I'm really anxious to kind of get your take on this, having been at both Renegade workshops in the past, and so what do you think?
It's really cool to me to be able to see techniques that I know are tried and true, techniques that I know work, be shared with such a large group and such a large audience. But what's more exciting is, just like back in November, the last 2 days is watching those light bulbs turn on, watching the switches click in the servers' heads, and seeing it in their faces and watching them walk out of the room so excited to go to work and so excited to make more money.
So Rebecca, was this different having the managers here to see Tim and to be part of this process?
Absolutely. I think it showed the managers that, you know, this is for the servers, but to help them achieve the goal that they're looking for, which is obviously to make more money, the managers have to be able to speak the same language, have to think the same way, but also have to encourage them to go outside of that comfort zone, to go outside of the almost robotic way that we've gone about service in the past.
So what's it like now that you have many, many more renegades that are going to be at Prairie Center?
I think what it'll do, and what I hope it will do, is change the energy level in our restaurant. That the energy level that our servers, our bartenders are bringing to the floor will change, and that'll ramp up, which will create a better guest experience and create better energy for our guests.
So was there anything else today that you saw that you got excited about that you'd like to share?
I think what it is for me is being able to be part of this process and being able to share this information with so many people. But as a manager, what's important is supporting your bartenders, supporting your servers, and encouraging them to do something differently every shift. But more importantly, challenging your management staff, your management team, to do something different every shift, to lead differently every shift.
Hey Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing some of your insights with Renegade Server. I appreciate you coming today.
Absolutely.
Hey Luke, thanks for coming today, man. I'm excited you're here.
Well, thank you. I'm really excited to share Renegade. It's a passion.
So Luke, this is your second experience with the Renegade Workshop, right?
Yes. This is my second. This is the second time I've seen Tim's presentation, and you know, the first time I was really fired up about it, really geared up about it, because it's approaching training from a way that I've never approached training, and that Chili's, as far as I've worked for Chili's, has never approached training. As really, you know, we train people one by one, but do we individually train them? Do we find their individuality within their personal style, within their personality, and let that come out in serving? And this gives them the opportunity to do that. It's not a written script of, here's what you do, here's what you say, and here's how you say it. It's a, what do you say, and how do you say it, and why do you say that? It gives them the feeling, the thoughts, and the results that they want, because that works for them.
You've brought more servers? Mm-hmm. So what do you think the impact of that is going to be?
A lot of our front of house has seen it. Now that we've brought a lot of the front of house to it, we can really start implementing things more and more and more, and having more conversations about it. But being careful by still keeping it a ghost. It can't become, for our restaurant especially, it can't become a process. They really enjoy the fact that it's my thing. It's not Amanda's thing and Betty's thing and Susie's thing. It's Shannon's thing. It's Luke's thing. It's Kevin's thing.
Luke, do you think there is an integration here with Team Service, which is a great initiative that we started this past fiscal year at Chili's? How does this integrate?
By treating the zone as your business, you get a vestment from your zone buddy by saying, hey man, today our zone is our business, and we make our money in our business today, and how are you going to help me, and how am I going to help you make money for our business? Because what really matters at the end of the day is us making money. If our business fails, we both leave with nothing, and then I love you and I like talking to you, but I got bills to pay still, and I need us to treat this in a way where we're doing transactions time after time after time, and you are with me that our business is profitable when we pre-bus, when we turn our tables, when we sell more alcohol, when our zone is having a good time.
So you mentioned Amanda. She was actually here, and so she was telling us about that she's actually doubled her money on Friday
Yes.
nights. Can you verify that?
When we told her, you have the opportunity to do what you want to do to make your tables love you. We want you to be you at your tables. We want you to come in and have them come see you. Even though we're doing team service, doesn't matter, because if your zone is full of people that know you, you're now giving your zone buddy the opportunity to build some regulars. Well, wow, we went to go see Amanda, but we had Shannon, and she was great.
Yeah.
So now we can come back, and now we have 2 people we can eat with. Now Shannon has his own buddy next time. Wow, we were eating with Shannon, but then we have Betsy. She was great. Now we have 3 people we can dine with at Chili's. So now, anytime we come in, we're more likely to get someone that we've dined with before, and they're excellent, and they know us, and they remember our names, and it just builds like a fire.
Hey, Luke, thanks for stopping by today and sharing your experience with Renegade Server. I really appreciate it.